Hey, Luke, there's something I need you to do for me.
Huh? Oh, hey Jane. Yeah, of course. What's up?
Well, you know that there's a leak in the roof, so we've got some people coming around to patch it up. I need you to pay them when they get there.
What? Why do you need me to pay for it? I mean, this is yours and Joshua's house, so really, shouldn't you two be paying for this?
Well, it might be our house, but you're still the one who needs to pay for the roof.
Jane, I'm not seeing any reason for why I should have to pay for your roof. It's not like I'm the one who caused the leak in it, so I'm not gonna spend... How much is it?
It's $5,000.
Geez, you really expect me to just be able to spend $5,000 on your roof? There's no way I can afford to do that. No, you'll have to pay for it yourself. It's just not feasible for me to pay it, and frankly, I shouldn't have to, considering this isn't even my house. If you can't pay it all in one go, you'll have to sort out a payment plan with the builders.
But me and Joshua can't afford to pay it, at all. So why can't you just make a payment plan with the builders instead?
I've just told you why. It's not my house, so it's not my responsibility. If Joshua really needs some help covering it, then I can talk to him and see if I can do something, but I can't pay the full $5,000 for your roof.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
How is it ridiculous?
Well, let's face it, you're freeloading off of us, so you might as well pay your way and help out with something that we clearly need help with. Do you really think that me and your brother can afford to pay $5,000 for the roof? Because we can't.
I've already said that if Joshua asks, I'll see what I can do, but I'm not paying for the entire roof. It's a stupid thing to ask me to do.
So, let me get this straight. You can come and ask to stay at mine and Joshua's house, but you don't have to pay us any compensation for the disruption that you've caused? Or the fact that you're invading our personal space? Yeah, I don't think so.
Hang on, so all of this is over the fact that I'm staying with you for a little while? That's why you're acting so horrible and unreasonable?
I'm not acting unreasonable. I think it's only fair that you pay a little towards the house since you're living here at the moment.
I'm only living here because my place is being renovated. It's literally unlivable at the moment.
And we were still kind enough to let you stay with us. So because of that, you owe us a little compensation. I mean, you've been using our electricity, our water, and everything else. Don't you think it's a little unfair that you're not paying for any of it? We're nicer than a hotel as well, so it's really not that much to ask.
If I had known you'd be trying to drain me of every dollar I have, I'd have preferred to have stayed in a hotel. I mean, it wouldn't have come anywhere close to costing $5,000.
Ugh, just stop being stubborn and pay the money. I've already told the builders that you'll be the one to talk to in terms of finance, so you better pay up. They're expecting the payment in full by the end of today. So how about you do me and your brother a favor and stop being a parasite? And maybe just give us the money, yeah?
Wow, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
What? But you have to. I even asked Joshua his opinion in this matter, and he told me that you have to pay for the roof. Otherwise, you can't live here.
He actually said that?
Yeah, I've just messaged him, and he said that if you're being a cheapskate, then you need to pack your bags and get out. We don't want any freeloaders and parasites living with us. If you want to stay, then you need to pay your way. And just because you've annoyed me, I'm going to say that you have to pay for the roof, in full, and start paying half of the rent and bills whilst you're here. In fact, I'll make you back pay all of the money that you owe us whilst you've been here these last few months. I'm going to get everything you owe us.
What is actually wrong with you? Are you trying to make me go bankrupt? And what's all this about Joshua agreeing with you? He's never been a money-loving jerk his entire life. Unlike you, he would never just chuck me out like that. And besides, you don't work at all.
Yes, I do.
You can't call shopping all day long or going to the spa or hanging out with your friends work. All you do is take Joshua's money and use it for yourself. How about you try using some of that money to pay for the roof?
You don't get to tell me what to do in my own home. It's none of your business how I spend my money.
It is when you're trying to blackmail me into paying for your house.
Oh, whatever. You know what? Just get out of the house. I'm fed up with you being such a lazy freeloader. I want you gone from my home by the time I get back.
Seriously?
Yep, you heard me. I want you gone. Like, permanently. So don't even think about coming to visit or anything like that. I don't want you stepping another foot into my home.
Fine, I'll leave for now. but don't think that I won't be having a long conversation with my brother over this. I'm sure he'll have plenty to say on this matter.
Yeah, and it'll all be agreeing with me. If I were you, I wouldn't even bother trying to talk to him. Joshua will just agree with me, and you'll feel even more of a pathetic loser than you already are.
Wow, so that's what you really think about me, huh? You really hate me that much?
Yeah, I thought that was fairly obvious. Joshua feels the same way as well.
That's not true in the slightest. I know my brother and he loves me. So no matter what you say, I won't believe you in the slightest.
Sure. Whatever. Just hurry up and move out, okay? I'm going to be coming home soon. So if you're not gone by the time I get back, I'll just throw all of your things out onto the street.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
God, it'll be so good to finally have my house to myself again and not have to share it with some loser.
I wouldn't start celebrating too soon.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, you'll see soon enough. Oh, and don't forget, if I'm leaving, you're gonna have to come back to the house to let the builders do the work on the roof. Unless you like having your very own indoor swimming pool in your bedroom.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Well, why don't you just stay there until the work is done, and then you can leave. I'll even let you use the internet without charging me for it, considering you'll be watching over the builders. Although, I'll still need the rest of the money you owe.
Hang on a minute, so even though I'm moving out, you're still gonna try and charge me the money that you delusionally think I owe you?
It's not delusional. Over the months that you've been here, you've used up a fair amount of amenities. You need to pay for that.
I think I'll wait until I've spoken to Joshua before I give you anything.
Why do you have to be so awkward? I just want the money and then for you to get lost.
Yeah, well, you don't always get what you want in life. Anyway, I'm leaving now. If you want this roof fixed, you better get back, and quickly. See ya. Hey bro, sorry to bother you whilst you're at work, but I really think that we all need to have a chat. Jane's gone kinda crazy. Hey bro, nah, it's alright. I'm just on break at the minute, so I can talk. What do you mean? Has something happened? It's just, Jane has basically just messaged me and told me that if I don't pay the cost of the roof being fixed, then I can't continue to live with you, and basically, long story short, she's kicked me out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love you bro, but I can't afford to pay $5,000 for your roof. Whoa, hang on, what? Yeah, she said something about me needing to pay you $5,000 for the roof because I've been living with you whilst my place is being renovated. She is also claiming that I owe you money from bills and rent and stuff since I've been using them whilst living with you. But when I refused, she said that I'm just a pathetic parasite and she doesn't want a loser like me in her home. Oh, and according to her, you agree completely with her and you also hate me. So, yeah. That's a lot to take in. Okay, first of all of that is rubbish. I let you stay with us because you're my brother and I wanted to help you out whilst you needed it. You don't have to pay us anything either. God only knows how much you spent on me and Jane over the years. I think we can afford to put you up for a few months. And lastly, you're not to pay a single penny of that roof cost. That is mine and Jane's problem to deal with, not yours. Well, if you need help or anything, you know I'd be happy to see what I can do. I just can't afford $5,000. And if you want a little bit of money for the increase in bills, I can do that. No problem. I mean, I understand that I've been using your stuff for a few months now, so it's not unreasonable for me to contribute a little bit. No, that's fine. You'd do the same for us if we ever needed it. I'll have a talk with Jane when I get back tonight, and I'll sort this whole mess out. I don't want you wasting your money on a hotel room or anything like that when I've got more than enough space at my house for you to crash in. Besides, your place will be done in a couple of months, and everything will be fine by then. Oh yeah, in fact, the head contractor called me today and said that it looks like they might be able to finish up earlier than expected. That's awesome. We'll have to throw a little celebration when it's all done. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I've got to get back to work, but don't worry about moving out or anything. You can head on back home and get back to work for a bit. Oh, and if Jane starts trying to give you trouble again, I know something you can tell her which will make her soon rethink her words. Oh, what's that? Well...
Luke, why did I see all of your stuff still at the house? I thought I told you to get out by the time I got back. Unless, of course, you've decided to pay me all of the money you owe. The $5,000 for the roof and another $3,000 for all of the bills and stuff. Have you finally come to your senses and decided to do that?
No, I'm still not paying for that.
Then why are you still here? I told you, I want you out of my house. This is mine and Joshua's home, and neither one of us want you here anymore. Trust me, I know because I messaged him and he said that he agreed with me. So you should just take your stuff, or whatever's left of it, and get out of here already.
Well, I know for a fact that's not true because I spoke with Joshua earlier and he said that he doesn't want me to pay for a single thing to do with your home. He said that I'm welcome to stay at his home whenever I need to and that I don't have to pay any fees or whatever you're trying to get me to do. Also, he told me not to listen to you about the whole kicking me out thing and to just keep doing what I'm doing at the minute.
Ugh, but he's my husband, so he should just back me up whenever I tell him to. Regardless as to what the argument is about, or if you're his brother, Joshua should know that as his wife, I'm the only one he could side with now.
You know, you are such a horrible woman. I don't know what my brother saw in you when he decided to marry you, but you can be rest assured that my brother is more than capable of making up his own mind on things, and he can decide who to support himself based on who he thinks is in the right. And I think he's decided to back me up, considering how you've been acting towards me lately.
What? So now you're trying to even turn my own husband against me? You're despicable. I wish you'd never come to live in my house. If you think I'm just going to let you walk away without paying some form of compensation, you're wrong. You still owe me $8,000 overall. And I'm going to get every penny of it.
Well, you keep saying that I owe you thousands of dollars and everything, but I've discovered something quite curious. Do you want to know what it is?
What?
Well, apparently the roof only costs $1,500 to fix, and even if I did pay half of the bills from the last couple of months, it would only equate to about $500 to $1,000, if that. So even if we go to the higher end of the prices, that's still only $3,000. Where's this extra $5,000 coming from?
What? How do you know that?
Joshua told me, of course. He knows exactly how much the roof costs, considering he's paying for it, along with all of the other bills. So why are you trying to scam me out of all my money?
Well, it's not like I'm trying to take all of your money. Maybe I just overestimated how expensive everything was. I mean, the economy is awful at the moment and everything has increased in price, so you can't really blame me for not really knowing the proper amounts and figures and all of that stuff, can you? LOL.
Oh, of course, except...
Except what?
Well, Joshua told me how the other day he had a phone call from a very high-end clothes store asking him for over $5,000. Apparently you'd gone on a bit of a shopping spree and decided to max out your card, except it wasn't your card you were using, it was Joshua's. Now he's stuck paying off all that debt that you owe.
Hang on. Do you mean to say that Joshua knows all about my spending habits and the money I've spent?
Oh, yeah, he definitely does. After that call, he decided to go back over all of the credit statements and saw that you'd spent so much money on clothes and shoes and other useless stuff that he's actually thousands of dollars in debt. All thanks to you. He's definitely not happy about it.
Oh no, I was hoping to try and pay a bit back before he noticed.
Yeah, by trying to blackmail it out of me? How low can you get? And you call me a parasite.
What am I going to do?
Well, I suggest you start with talking to Joshua and trying to sort out this mess that you've created. Secondly, you can get off my back about moving out or paying you money or whatever. I'm gonna be living with you and Joshua for a couple more months, and then hopefully my house will be done and I can move back out, okay?
But, okay.
And I think that perhaps whilst we're both in the same house, we need to set some boundaries so that we aren't constantly at each other's throats. For Joshua's sake, we've already caused him enough grief as it is.
Yeah, okay, you're right. I love Joshua and I don't want to cause him unnecessary stress. I've already messed everything up with my out-of-control shopping. The least I can do is just be quiet about letting you stay.
Look, I'm not saying don't speak up if I do something that annoys you. I mean, everyone has bad habits and I don't want to make your house unlivable for you. But maybe just don't go around demanding I pay for things or trying to kick me out when I don't do that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I think I just got quite panicked and stressed out there over the money and trying to hide it from Joshua that I went a bit crazy. I didn't mean to be so horrible.
And I didn't mean to be horrible either. I said some pretty nasty stuff, so I want to apologize for that.
Okay, How about we just start over and try to get along?
Sounds good to me.
So I'll see you later then?
I'll be the one with all the Chinese food.
LOL. Sounds great. I'm looking forward to it.
See you soon then.
See you soon.
Sometimes family can be a bit of a tricky thing to deal with, especially in-laws, but with proper communication, often problems can be worked out and relationships can be quickly turned around for the better. Also, if you're having money troubles, don't try and hide it from your partner. After Jane finally came clean to Joshua, the two were able to sort out a financial plan to cover the debts. Jane did have to get a job to help pay back the money, but she was happy to do so if it meant that the burden was taken off of Joshua's shoulders a little bit. People are always stronger together.
Hi, Peach. Sorry, but do I know you?
Not yet, but you're about to.
Okay, well, what can I do for you?
Nothing really. I just wanted to see what made Dave fall for you in the first place.
Excuse me?
Dave, as in your husband, you old fool.
I don't know who you are, but I know for a fact that you just can't insult me and talk to me like that.
LOL, I can say whatever I want, and I'm certain my Dave would agree with me, since we're lovers and all.
What are you talking about?
I guess old age does mess with the brain, because how else do you want me to say this? Your husband and I are in love.
In love? What kind of joke is this?
Come on, a joke? Please. I understand that this comes as a shock to you, I know, but we really love each other. Your time with him is just over.
This is a prank, right? It's not funny anymore. You need to stop this.
This is not a prank, silly. Don't try to stand in the way of our beautiful love story. You'll fail miserably. Your husband and I are meant to be. The only thing keeping him connected to you is the fact that you are still legally married. I need you to leave him so we can finally be happy.
I don't know what is going on here, but I'm not going to put up with being spoken to like this. Whatever you were hoping to accomplish with this conversation, I'm sorry to say, but you failed.
You don't get it, do you? Your husband has been playing you all along, despite everything you've been doing and the sacrifices you've made when he was sick. Now that his health has improved, he's interested in someone younger and sweeter. No one likes dried up fruit anyway.
This conversation is over.
I'm not done, Evelyn. Evelyn, you haven't paid attention to a word I said, have you? Why are you still with my man?
You again? I told you to leave me alone.
How can I leave you alone when you're destroying my love life with your stubbornness? Your husband doesn't love you anymore. Can't you get that into that empty skull of yours? He loves me now, so do all of us a favor and leave us be.
You seem to be enjoying this, but you need to stop. Did someone put you up to this? Tell me who, because this prank has gone too far.
Prank? LOL. Fine, if you want to keep deluding yourself, suit yourself. Since you want to keep on living with my lover, can you help me get my undies from the wardrobe and bedroom? I kind of forgot them yesterday. I came over when you were at work.
What? How dare you?
Please, keep them safe for me, okay? I'll collect them the next time I come to see my man.
You're just trying to get into my head, aren't you? But it's not going to work.
I've already gotten into your bed, you old hag. The next thing I'm going to do is kick you out of the house. You have the choice to either walk out of your own volition or run out when I chase you.
Now you're making threats?
I'm sending you screenshots of our chats. Don't you want to see what your dear husband thinks of you and how different he is when he's with me?
My God, this has to be fake.
LOL, you wish. You know very well that it isn't. It is just as real as my stuff in your wardrobe. Now, I have to go, seeing as I need to prepare for my next date with your husband. Don't worry, I'll make it extra special for him.
Peach, the screenshots are fake, right?
Isn't that your husband's phone number? That's all the proof you need. Goodbye.
You are really taking this too far.
Evelyn, please open the door. Can we talk about this?
I have nothing to say to you, Dave. Go away.
We're in the same house. We can't be speaking through chat. Please, come to the bedroom.
No, I can't bear to look at you right now. Do you know how much you've hurt me?
I told you I don't know any Peach. I'm not having an affair, honey, I swear.
You're still lying. What about the panties I found in the wardrobe? I know they're not mine. Are they yours?
I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for that.
Of course, since you are cheating on me. How could you do this to me? I was there for you when everyone else turned their backs on you. I stayed by your side when you were sick. I fed you, cleaned you up, and then you recovered and cheated on me? I'm so heartbroken right now.
I'm sorry that you're hurt, but I swear, I haven't done any of this. I don't even know any Peach.
Okay, let's say you really don't know anything about the underwear. What about the chats? I went through your phone and I saw everything. The exact words Peach showed me in the screenshots. How can you say I'm the one holding you back in life? How am I responsible for your cancer? If you hated me so much, why didn't you ask for a divorce?
My God, I would never say such a thing. Please, honey, come on, let's talk. You were there for me through thick and thin. You've been the one taking care of me since my cancer diagnosis. You stood by me during chemotherapy and when I was declared cancer-free. You and her son Jonas were the only ones by my side. Do you think I'll throw all that away because of some girl I don't even know? Evelyn, please, say something. I beg of you.
I'm sorry, Dave, but the evidence points to the fact that you are having an affair. The only people that come into this house are me, you, and Jonas. Now, Peach has joined the list. I need some space to think.
Some space? What do you mean?
I'll be moving out by the end of the day. I need space to think before I can make any final decision.
Evelyn, I'm sorry. Please don't leave me.
I'll call the hospital to send down a nurse for you. I just need to clear out my head for a while.
Hey Mom, how are you holding up?
It's really been tough. I can't stop crying.
I can't believe Dad would do something like that to hurt you. He really has no shame.
Don't talk about your father that way. We may be going through a rough patch now, but he's still your father. Treat him with the respect he deserves.
Come on, Mom, stop all of this. He deserves to be called all sorts of horrible names. Do you know the girl still pays him visits to the house? Can you believe it, Mom? After everything, he's still seeing Peach.
My God, are you sure about this?
Of course, I was at the house the other day to see him, and just as I was going in, she was leaving. Mom, Dad doesn't care about you. He'll lie to your face if it suits him. And that's what he's doing to you.
Just stop it. You don't know what you're talking about.
My God, you still believe him? Even after all the evidence?
Well, I have been away from him for 3 weeks and I've had time to think things through. I know how much your father loves me. I also know how he would never do something to hurt me.
But he did hurt you. Why are you so blind, Mom?
I'm sure there is a perfectly good explanation for whatever happened.
Wow, how can you be so gullible? Dad definitely has you wrapped around his tiny little finger, doesn't he?
Be quiet now, Jonas. I'm your mother and you'll talk to me with respect. What is going on between your father and I is for us to sort out. We're going to work through this, I promise. We'll be a happy family once again.
But that's wrong. You need to divorce him. What more do you want? You saw the underwear, the chats. Why won't you just do the right thing?
The right thing?
You're making a mistake, Mom.
I need to go now. Talk to you later. Hey, Peach. Remember me?
The old hag. How can I forget you? Thank you for graciously bowing out and leaving your husband for me. You made the right call. We've been having so much fun together.
Oh, have you?
Of course. I can't begin to tell you just how good your husband is. So, when are you planning to divorce him? We need to get married ASAP. Can't wait until I'm as old as you know.
Things are really going well for you both, right?
Of course. What, do you want pictures?
Nah, you're probably going to send another fake one.
What do you mean?
Peach, if you're so happy with my husband, how come you don't know I've been back home for the past 3 days?
What? That's impossible. You left.
Yeah, but I returned when I realized my husband could never hurt me the way you wanted me to think. You've never even been to my house, have you?
Don't be silly. I've spent many nights there. Do you want me to describe your bedroom?
Give it up, okay? Your game is over.
My game? You crazy old woman. What do you know about games? It was so easy playing you and getting you to leave your husband, LOL.
I have nothing else to say to you. I've seen through your lies and you are just pathetic. I'll be handling everything over to the police now.
What? Why would you do that?
You tried to tear my marriage apart. You threatened me. You caused me so much pain. I will be taking you to court.
Fine. If you're going down this route, then you might want to know who put me up to this.
Oh, I am way ahead of you on that. As I said, I already know everything. Hey Jonas, I have good news. Your father and I are back together.
What? Why?
We love each other very much, and we've settled our differences. We're a family again.
Wow, Mom, you've really disappointed me. I thought you'd do better.
Yeah, I knew you would be disappointed. Things didn't work out as you had planned.
What are you talking about?
Please. I'm done being played for a fool. I know that you set your father up and you hired Peach to act as his mistress.
Mom, what are you saying?
You know, I wondered how you knew about the underwear, screenshots, and the chats. I didn't tell you, and when I asked your father, he told me he didn't tell you either. So, how do you know about them? The only reason you know about them is because you planted them yourself.
Mom, that's a very big accusation.
You actually came up with a great plan, but how could you forget that we have CCTV in the house? So, I decided to check, and I saw you go into our house the day Peach and your father supposedly had that chat. You also took his phone while he was sleeping, and you chatted with Peach. As for the underwear, the camera also showed you planting it in the wardrobe. Jonas, you really put a lot of work into getting me to leave your father, and it almost worked. You nearly destroyed our marriage. And for what? For money?
Mom!
I know you've been talking to a lawyer behind my back, asking him about inheritance and stuff. You wanted to get me out of the way so nothing stood between you and our money once your father died.
Well, don't I deserve it? Fine, he's now cancer-free, but isn't he struggling with his kidney? Dad is just a mess and he'll die soon. The only reason he's fighting for his life is because of you. If you could just leave, then he would die.
My God! Jonas! Why would you say such a horrible thing about your dad?
You both are just clowns, you're old and stupid. What do you need the money for anyway? Why do I have to slave away every day at work when there's money sitting comfortably somewhere for me? But it's been held back by an old man who refuses to die.
So you wish for your father's death just because of money?
It's time, Mom. Ever since he got cancer, you know it's only a matter of time before he dies. I thought his cheating would make you leave him, but I was wrong.
OMG! Where did we go wrong with you?
Anyway, since you know the truth, can I have my share of the inheritance? I'm done waiting for the old man to die. How soon can I have it?
Have you no shame? You're asking for the money of the man you want dead?
I'm his son. That is my money as well.
You're getting nothing, not from me or from your father.
You can't keep my money from me.
I can. I'm disowning you. Your father and I will have nothing to do with you ever again.
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry, Mom, okay? You can't disown me. I'm nothing without you and Dad. I'll be out in the streets in a matter of seconds if you do.
Goodbye. And the next time you want to talk to me, speak to my lawyer first. We'll be strangers now.
Mom, please don't do this. I'm your son.
Hey, sweetheart, you busy?
For you, never. What is it? Do you need something?
No, I hope I'm not interrupting your work.
Of course not. What's up?
What do you think about a trip to the Maldives? Just you and I. With everything we've been through, we deserve it.
Oh, my love. I'll love it so much. I'm really sorry for everything I put you through.
Stop it. None of that is on you. It's our son who messed up. I'll begin arrangements for the trip, okay?
Okay, honey. I look forward to it. I love you. Dave and I went to the Maldives and we had the time of our lives. It was like a second honeymoon. We cut off communication with Jonas and Peach. We took them to court for emotional damages. They lost, and we gave the money to the homeless. After we cut Jonas off, he became greedy and got involved in illegal activities. He eventually got apprehended and he is now behind bars. From what I heard, he will be there for about 2 years. Dave's health deteriorated a few months after we returned from the trip, so we are making every moment count. Our love for each other